After having a DW Collector's Maple kit in my studio as the house kit for over 21 years, I am finally switching brands. Let's unbox this and take a look. All right, before we get started here, I just want to make a couple things clear. I'm a big fan of the sound of my DW drums. They've never let me down. They've been a wonderful kit to record for over 2 decades. And, you know, they're kind of the ultimate argument for when a band comes in with a shitty drum set and the drummer insists on recording his kit. It's like, what, DW's not good enough for you? I've never had a problem with the sound of the kit. When I ordered it, I got the toms as standard size and not traditional size. So they're actually 2 inches deeper than the traditional toms, which I should have got because they have been challenging to place over the years. So with this brand new Pearl Masters kit, I'm going to be going with the traditional tom sizes, and the kit should be a little bit easier to set up. Now, the other cool thing is I'm going with Gibraltar Hardware for this setup, and this is a brand I've been relying on since day one of recording live drums in my studio. Now, that's not changing at all. I'm really happy with that brand. I'm going to be trying out some new combo stands to minimize the footprint on the floor. But these are the big story right now. This is the Pearl Masters Maple Gum Kit. And I got this on recommendation from a couple of different drummer friends of mine. They're like, yeah, for studio recording, go with this. Okay, good suggestion. And so I'd just like to take a second here and acknowledge the people who made this possible. Sweetwater, first and foremost. This has all been supplied by Sweetwater, but I'd also like to thank Pearl Drums and Gibraltar Hardware for making this all happen. And I'm super excited about it because I'm going to be doing a brand new series on recording heavy drums. I did my original series back in 2015, and I figure, you know, it's been 5.5 years since I've done that. I've definitely learned a lot over the years, and I'm going to do a brand new multi-part series about recording drums for metal in the 2020s, and hopefully you guys are going to stick around to watch it because it should be an awful lot of fun. Moment of truth. This is the 12-inch. So yeah, okay. So we are going with the traditional setup here. 22-inch kick, 10-inch, 12-inch, and 16-inch toms. A 5-piece. Honestly, in the last 5 years here doing the show, I haven't really had the need for 4 toms. 3 toms have done me just fine. Hell, a 4-piece will do just fine for the most part. Anyway, let's see what we got here. So, yes, this is these are really gorgeous drums. Ooh, can we see the wood grain on that? That's the gum wood here. So what we've got are 4 plies of maple on the outer shell and then 2 plies of gum wood on the inner shell. And these are a slightly different bearing edge than you would get on a DW kit. The DW kit has a very, very knife edge. These are maybe just a little bit more rounded to get a bit more of a woody tone. And I'm all for that. And from what I've heard on studio demos, just on some of Pearl's YouTube videos and whatnot, these are very, very clean sounding toms. They don't have a lot of overtones, and they've got a lot of attack. And that means less dicking around when it comes time to mix. So a little less EQ, a little bit less processing, get an overall, Jesus. All right, don't you just love it? Moment of truth, you get to check out what your drums look like, and then you get a phone call that you gotta take. Now, unboxing videos normally pretty easy to do. Today, all the stars have aligned against me and the world hates me. And it's almost like somebody saying, no, stay with DW, but no, I wanna play Pearl. Anyway, fuck it, let's take a look here. See if we get a close up here. Ooh, I'm just gonna say, this is Remo stuff. These are Aquarids. Ooh, here we go. Look at that. Ooh, it's a white swirl. That's pretty. Ooh, there it is on close up. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. Now, I've heard a couple of drummers bitch about the tom mounting system. I really don't have an issue with this. I think this is going to be cool. We've got the amazing Gibraltar stands, which are 3-way stands, so I can probably mount. I'm thinking on doing 2 toms and 1 crash on one side, and then crash ride in China on the other side. We'll see how it works anyway once I get everything set up. So yeah, that's the 12-inch. That is just absolutely beautiful. Look at the grain on the wood here, though. That's just beautiful. The gum wood there. That's just cool. Of course, gonna have to tune that up and get it all mic'd up properly and see how that works. Next up, got the 10-inch. Here we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's beautiful. That'll cut through a mix like no problem. That'll be, really easy to place. 10-inch, I think that's like 7.5 inches deep. Just a really nice drum. And again, that's got the pearl mounting system on there. That's pretty unique. Like Tama's DWs, they got like the spikes. This has got more like a bar that this fits into right here. So yeah, a few drummers have whined about it a little bit. I really don't see a problem with it. I think if it works, it works. Should be pretty cool. It looks to be pretty logically laid out. Everything's on like rubber stoppers here. So, and instead of just grabbing the tom by 2 points of contact, you've got 4. So it's a little bit more even connection. It makes a little bit more sense in my opinion. So yeah, here we go. We'll have 10 and 12, just like that. That's gonna be freaking cool. Now I just gotta get them on stands and mount them out in the room. Thirdly, over here, we've got the floor tom, and I'm not gonna try and get this up on the table because, no. So we've got obviously some mounting legs for the floor tom. Like that, they got the memory locks. That'll come in real handy, so we'll get that set up in a minute. Let's pull a drum out here. Set over here in the box, they got these nice little stoppers. Keep the drums from bouncing around when they're shipped. Great idea, thank you, Pearl. That shows you guys actually give a crap about what's going on with your drums when they're being transferred. Oh. Finally got it out of the box. Seems like one of the lugs was a little caught up, no big deal. They really took their time with this, make sure it had survived being shipped and everything would be in good shape. I think we got a loose lug here somewhere. Or that's probably just the tom mounting hardware. Okay, anyway, let's open this thing. Ah, that's what this is. Yep, exactly what it is. And there we go. Once again, top view and bottom view. That's just absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Now, the big thing I'm looking forward to on this is the fact that we've got die-cast hoops, and this is gonna make tuning the kit a lot easier than a traditional hoop, in my opinion anyway, because it's more rigid. It's less susceptible to like micro, out of tune bits. You can just kind of do things a little bit easier because it's just that much more rigid. So that's a really cool choice in my opinion. All right, so next up we got the snare drum here, and I'm gonna be honest, I did pull this out of the box the other night just because I was really anxious to try out and see how it sounded. But what we got here, you can see a little bit of marks here on the thing. But this is free floating maple mahogany snare. Look at this. Ooh, is that ever nice? Let's get a close up here. You can see this. Nothing actually touches the shell. Everything is like suspended away from it. And yeah, this thing's a freaking beast. A couple moon gels on here, get it tuned up nice, and it's really cool, and it's really, really, really loud. Louder than my Supraphonic, I noticed. It's probably because it's a lot heavier than my Supraphonic. And mass does give the skins more to push off from, therefore creating a louder sound. So that makes perfect sense. This is really freaking sweet. Look at this. Just a nice little throw off, gets out of the way, doesn't rub up against your leg because it's really small. That's cool. And then we get just nice little... Can't wait to mic this one up. This is gonna be cool. Anyway, let's take a look at some of this amazing Gibraltar hardware we got here as well. Oh no, this is the heavy duty cymbal stand. Okay, this might be for my China. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I asked for one of their super heavy duty stands. And this weighs a fucking ton. You could definitely harm somebody with this. Oh, yeah, ooh, very nice. Thank you, Gibraltar. That is freaking cool. So, just a nice, nothing too fancy, just really heavy duty stand though. I love these memory locks. Put it in place, way you go, nothing to it. And then memory lock here as well. Let's just bring this up a little bit. Now this looks like a hider. And what I mean by that is the boom is hidden right in the stand. So that's cool. Oh yeah, there we go. So there's a really nice China stand right there. That is definitely not going anywhere at all. That's cool. You can put it up and behind you if you want to hit it. But I've been to a gig once where I saw that where a drummer's playing these guys, China way behind him like this, like, the hell are you thinking, man? Oh well, maybe it looked cool. He thought anyway. The rest of us were just kind of scratching our heads like, what is that drummer thinking? Anyway, yeah, it looks like this is the kind of stand you could pull off something insane like that. So very cool. Ah, here we go. Yes, it's in 2 parts. Okay, so part 1 here, let's just open it up. It's like Christmas for grown-ups. Anyway, here we go. So here's our tripod base. Looks to be same tripod base from the heavy duty stand, so that's cool. Definitely no issues there. And here's the other half. This is where the fun is, as Bruce Springsteen would once said. This right here, this is where it is. Check this out. This is a three-way stand. We just pull these apart, undo these, pull apart like so, pull this apart. Suddenly we've got 3 mounts. We can do a crash here, tom here, another crash here, or vice versa, whatever you want. We literally just drop this in place, lock it down, and we're in business. We can just move these around however we want. And these are like on teeth, so they will stay in position until we want them to move. That's super cool. That way the drummer can't just yank it and move it and break it like I've seen drummers try and do with all the rest of my stuff. So yeah, thanks drummers. I really love it when you guys do that. Okay, perfect example here. We've got the Pearl tom mount here, and let me see, get that in focus there. So yeah, this is that bar system of theirs. And I'm gonna drop that on here, onto the stand here, and show you guys what that's all about. Now, I'm gonna say one thing I really like about this is that it doesn't have a twist system to adjust the angle of the tom. There's nothing to hurt your thumb and first finger on. I mean, like, that's one thing I hate about drum setup days here at the studio was, I'd always have super sore fingers because of this. Now, Pearl system uses drum key to open this up and close it. And so once it's locked down, it is locked down. You're not going to mess with that. That's going to stay in place, and the drummer's not going to be able to break it. So that's really cool. Somebody was thinking when they came up with that one. We're just going to drop this in place for right now onto this tom mount, and memory lock in place, and we're set. That's really all there is to it. We're ready to drop a tom on this. This might even be a little too high, actually. Bring that up a bit. Bring memory lock back and just lower this a bit. There we go. So memory lock in place. Boom. It's not going anywhere. It's that simple. I gotta say, I really like this hardware. That's one of the most important things about drums, isn't necessarily the drums themselves, but the hardware you mount to. If it can maintain the drums in the proper position without, bumping into stuff and making noises and all that kind of stuff, and ease of setup. If you can get that, you've got a really great kit. I don't think people say enough about how important good hardware is to have. And I gotta say, yeah, the Gibraltar stand is pretty damn amazing. Now, Gibraltar also sent me a pair of these. These are some short cymbal stands, and these are gonna go right in the triple stand here. And I'll get that set up as well. I still haven't decided what exactly my total kit configuration is gonna be. I've got to get the DWs out of there and make some space, and then I'm gonna take a look and assess this situation and start putting things together. Ugh, definitely well protected. Jeez, didn't know it was gonna take me 3 years to get the plastic off. Okay, that looks like it can come back just a little bit. Again, memory lock system here. This should drop into place like no problem. And pull this back a little bit. Cool. So once again, we've got a hider system in here. So the boom arm is actually hidden right in the stand. That is freaking cool. Look at that. There we go. How about that? That is cool. So that's not gonna go anywhere unless I absolutely wanted to. That's really cool. All right, so moved into the drum room here, drum and amp room. Gonna pull the kick drum out here. I still haven't seen this. I'm really looking forward to checking it out. Let's see what we get. Looks to be like some nice padding here so we don't bounce the drum around too much. That's great. Bunch of Sweetwater info, thanks guys. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Kick drum damper, big plus. Yeah, I definitely recommend getting one of these. Now I'm gonna keep this box because I'm actually gonna store my DWs in it because yeah, I don't have enough room for keep all the kits set up, which would have been cool, but yeah, that's not happening. And there it is. That's absolutely gorgeous. So first thing I'm thinking is I want to take this coated skin off. Yeah, that's just looking beautiful right there. Need to turn that around, obviously. We'll get this set up in a moment. Okay, one thing I'm noticing here is this. This is really cool. This is some kind of metal plate to attach your kick drum to. That's really cool, so it'll protect the hoop. Good idea. Good thinking about time somebody came up with something like that. I know my DW ones are pretty mangled after 20 years, but yeah, somebody was really thinking when they built this. here it is assembled, got all the pieces in place. Everything's been kind of tweaked out a little bit. Really liking the way how everything sits together. Once again, I like the fact that these toms are a little more shallow. They're a little easier to place. They're a little easier to reach when you're playing. That's great. This floor tom's a freaking beast as well. This is 16 by 16. My last one was 16 by 14. So this is a couple inches deeper, and yeah, it's loud as fuck. Really cool stuff. And here's from the drummer's perspective. You know, the toms, once again, are really easy to reach. They were very easy to place. The Gibraltar Hardware made it really simple. You know, just everything's laid out nicely. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put this China yet. I'm not a drummer. I got to get Cam Flurry down here to help me demo these things and show how they go. And we're also going to be taking a look at this. This is called a hi-hat husher. And this is a physical damping thing we're using to kind of kill some of the hi-hat bleed on the snare mic. I don't know if it works or not. It's something we're gonna have to try out real soon. So yeah, there's the kit. I gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm totally thrilled with, by the way it looks and how it sounds. Unfortunately, I don't have the kit mic'd up yet, so it's gonna be a few days before I can do that and show you guys a demo. Of course, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do it in detail because I'm gonna be doing a whole new series on how to record drums for metal featuring this amazing drum set right here. Make sure you're subscribed for that, and I'll keep you guys posted on when all that stuff's coming out. It's definitely a series you're not gonna wanna miss if you've ever been baffled by recording drums at home and wonder why the hell can't I get these to sound good. This is the series you're definitely gonna wanna watch. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.